Good morning, judges.
Uh, my name is Vaibhavi Gore and our team name is the Coder Queens. So we are presenting our solution. Our problem statement is the frontline text support in the multilingual mode using the GenAI voice assistant. So our vision is to make the banking easy and accessible for everyone, no matter what language they speak. Like, let's understand the problem first. So India is the country with the huge language diversity, but banking communication is still limited to few languages. Like banking staff uses sometimes only the Hindi, English, or the Marathi, or as per their natives. So if sometime it happen like a different customer from the different state can come into the another state, they can be go into the banks and they can't communicate with that state language. They have the different language such as a Kannadi, Malayalam, etc. So because of this, the customers struggle with explain their issues. Bank staff find it difficulty to understand their languages. So this led to the confusion, delays, and poor customer experience. So the real problem is not lack of service; it is the language gap between the customer and bank. So to reduce this or to overcome this, our Bank Sathi solution has provided very clear and crystal clear solution for this problem. To solve this problem, we introduced the BankSathi, and BankSathi is a AI-powered voice assistant that enable the real-time communication between the customer and bank staff in a different language. So I'll explain the working of it. Like customers speak in their own language, like own their native language. It can be the Hindi, Marathi, or the Kannadi, Malayalam, etc. So that system will be convert and translate it instantly into the language, into the text that can be understood by the bank staff. Then the staff will understand and replies. That response is converted back into the customer's language, and so both can communicate smoothly without any language barrier. Our proposed solution, it will remove the language barrier between the customer and the bank staff. Again, it allow this customer to speak into their preferred language and provide the real-time translation for the clear communication and reduce the service time and the misunderstanding. So whatever the uniqueness and the innovation from the different system in our project, like GenAI with the banking knowledge for the accurate translation. So here we are using the voice-to-voice multilingual communication, AI guidance for the common banking processes, and automatic bilingual conservation summaries. So as you can see, this is the solution. The core feature like real-time multilingual speech translation, AI trained with the banking terminology dataset, automatic bilingual conversion summary, etc. So here you can see that this is the uniqueness of our system. So the customer will speak, then that speech will be converted into the text, and that text language will be translated into the customers, into the bank staff preferred language. So the AI understand the banking query, then staff view the translated message, the staff will be replied, then AI will convert that reply into the customer language and customer hears the response. In this way it will works. So for the technical approach, we are using the so you can see the tech stack. For that, we are using the AI and NLP. We use the OpenAI or the other large language model along with the neural natural language processing to understand the customer conversation and generate the intelligent response. The system is trained using a banking NLP dataset so that it understands the banking terms like loans, KYCs, and the accounts. So the speech technology, a speech recognition API will convert the customer's voice into the text, and the machine translation translate the text into the language understood by the bank staff. Finally, the text to speech convert the reply back into voice for the customer in their native language, And the database we are using here, the MongoDB and the PostgreSQL to store the conversation record, system data, and the interaction summaries. The AI model are developed using the Python, and the backend services are built using the Node.js, and the mobile application interface for the bank system is developed using the Flutter React Native. Yes, these are the front end, backend, and database, and that different types of AI model. This tech stack we will be using in our system. Again, this is the architecture, or you can see the pictorial form of our application. So the customer will be speak, and that speech will be translated into the text, and then multilingual translation will translate that text. That native language of the customer into the text that will be understood by the bank staff. Again, it will display and respond the input, and that voice again will be converted into the again that mm, customer will staff will reply, and that reply will convert it into the voice of the native language of the customer. The feasibility and the challenges of our system face, like 22 official language and the thousands plus dialects are present in the India. So the making multilingual support critical in banking. The modern AI technology already support like a real-time translation, voice recognition, generative AI assistant. This make the implementation technically feasible. And the challenges faced here are the accurate translation of the banking terms, background noise in the banks, data security. These are the different challenges that can be uh, present into our system. So to handle that and to address that, we are training AI with the banking data set using the noise filtering and securing the data with the encryption and following regulations. The impact of the bank Sathi is very powerful for the customer. They can speak in their own language. They understand the services better. They get the faster services. For banks, less confusions, faster operation, and better customer satisfaction. Most importantly, it supports the financial inclusion, especially in the rural area. So these are the impacts. And the business model, you can see there are the customer can be the public sector bank, the private sector bank, rural bank, etc. So the revenue model, we are using the SaaS subscription model and the enterprise licensing. And these are the different references we have taken from the internet, like RBI digital banking report, Google AI language translation research, NLP research paper on the multilingual AI, and banking customer experience study. These are the different references we have been used. So in this way, it removes the barrier between the customer and the banking staff, and provide the accurate and the uh, precise communication between the customer and the bank staff.